Newton's first law is an object at rest will stay at rest, and an object that is moving will keep moving straight in a line at a constant velocity unless acted upon by an unbalanced force. This can also be defined as inertia or the laziness of an object. An object wants to keep doing what it's doing. Whether it's moving or staying still, it also has the same inertia no matter where it is. Mass is the measure of things and inertia. It is also the same everywhere. So if you were to throw something at someone on the moon, it would still hurt the same as somebody on Earth because it's the same mass. Unlike weight, which is how stuff behaves in gravity, so if you were to stand on the moon, your weight would be different than it is on Earth. So an example of an object at rest, like it stays at rest, is, let's say there's a table, right? And you have, I don't know, a vase of flowers.
A vase? That looks like a snake.
Shut up. All right, so you have like a flower and you have a tablecloth on it. So if you pull with enough force that way, like tablecloth comes off and yet the flower stays because an object at rest would like to stay at rest, an object in motion would like to stay in motion. And if you wanted to say for moving, it'd be say you're at the bowling alley and you get like some pins, right? Like right when you throw the ball, there's no force after you throw the ball. It just keeps on moving at a constant rate, even though there's no force acted upon it by the person who threw it after that.
Newton's second law is the acceleration of an object is directly proportional to the net force acting on the object is in the direction of the net force and is inversely proportional to the mass of the object. So if you have a box and you're pushing on that box and this box is 50 newtons and you're pushing on it with 50 newtons, it's not going to move because you're using the same force to push it as the box is on the ground. But if the box is 20 newtons and you're pushing on it with like 60 newtons, then the box is going to move because you're pushing with more force than the box has in weight. And to get force, you need mass times acceleration.
Newton's third law. So an example is if I punch a paper within 50 newtons, there's no way that this paper is going to feel 50 newtons because this paper is lighter than 50 pounds. So, but if I punch a wall, then the wall is pushing back 50 newtons. And so an example of Newton's third law in action is if you punch someone in the face, then your hand is going to feel the 50 newtons of force from the impact of the punch, while the other person's feeling it obviously too. And so Newton's third law mostly deals with if you act on, for example, if you act on an object with the same amount of force that you're putting into it, then you're going to feel the same force back. For example, another example is if you like push a door with 2 newtons, then the door is just going to open, not that much. But if you open it all the way with a lot of force, then it's going to move more.
Go.
Remember, gang, always check your neighbor. Have a nice day.